Hello, 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 best friends. Let me fix my jacket up. How about that? Whew. Let me breathe. Let me get this thing going. All right. I haven't been on here. I think it's been a week. Has it been a week? I don't know. Okay. So let me go ahead and get everything going. So, hello, 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 everybody. Hello, best friends. Thank you. Oh, let me just make sure. Whew. Okay. I just want to make sure my face was together. All right. I don't know why I'm so nervous today. Um, Goodness, I'm having a hard time. Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you that's new here, my name is Lynette Kincaid, the author and also writing coach. And I am super excited to bring you another episode of my channel. Today, we're talking about how to create an e-list, okay? An email list. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate it. Let me just ask y'all for the biggest favor ever, okay? For those of you that know me, for those of you that's new here, for those of you that love me, you want to love me, y'all do me a favor and let's build this channel. Let's grow this channel. If you have access to Facebook and Instagram, because as y'all know, I'm not in those places anymore, okay? And what I want to ask you guys to do is two things. One, I need you guys to share in places where I'm not, okay? Y'all do me the biggest favor of sharing in places where I'm not. If you're here, also make sure that you are chiming in, letting me know that you're here. In addition to that, subscribe, share, comment, like. I just love all of that stuff. So thank you so much for being here. Also, if you're commenting, let me know where you're chiming in from. That's always good to know, right? Right. All right. So, can I tell you guys why I want to talk about the email list? Because so many times, everybody, I see so many authors make this mistake of, they don't have an audience online. And they also, this is bothering me. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I just had to just get myself in check. All right. Woo! I am so nervous today. I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why I'm so nervous today. Thank y'all so much for chiming in. Do me a favor, if you're not subscribed to this channel, we don't do anything but talk about books, and more books, okay? We talk about how to self-publish books. We talk about how to market your book after you self-publish. And that's where I think that a lot of people need a lot of help. So that's why I'm here. That's why I need you guys to chime in. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe. For those of you that don't know me, I am your new best friend, Lynette Kincaid, the author and also a writing coach. All right, so we're talking about how to create an e-list, okay? How to create an e-list. And an e-list is basically where you're grouping all of your people together on an e-list in order to send out what? An e-blast, right? You're going to need to send them an e-blast. And the reason why I wanted to have this conversation, y'all have to excuse me today for whatever reason. I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. I do this every Monday, but this ain't Monday. This is Tuesday. But I do this every week. I'm not sure why I'm just all over the place today. So y'all, please just bear with me, okay? But the reason why I wanted to have this conversation, because I see a lot of authors or self-published authors that they want to create books, but they don't have an audience. And one thing that people are not going to tell you in this self-publishing industry, is you can't sell to yourself, baby. You can have all the followers in the world, but if you don't have people that's going to rock with you, you don't have people that's going to share your content, you need a backup plan. And this is really not a backup plan. This is your foreplan. So one of the things that I would share with you is you need to create an e-blast list. Okay, you need an e-blast list in order to be able to email your content and what you're wanting to say and your promotions to your audience. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through these steps. Y'all know every week that I come on here, I only have 5 steps. Okay, because that's all I have time for. That's all you guys have time for. Things are shortened, so I just want to walk you through this process. But in order for us to grow, the main thing is we forget the things that we have access to. We have resources and we forget that we have these resources. Okay. So the first thing is, y'all, if you have a website, don't forget the people that have purchased from you. They're leaving you their websites. Okay. They're leaving you their email. With those emails, you are needing to take them and put them somewhere, okay? If you are the type of person that's going to networking events and people are handing you business cards, baby, with those business cards, you're needing to take those business cards and put them in your email list, okay? Okay, so you're needing to take those business cards and put them in your email list. When you are going to vending shows, I talk about this all the time. As an author, when you're going to vending shows, you are also needing to have some sort of sign in, some sort of connection. I know a lot of you, when you get to vending shows, you get all fancy, right? And you're like, hey, I'm on Facebook, follow me on Facebook, and they may or they may not, right? And that's your way of connecting with them. You'll say, hey, I'm on, Instagram, follow me on Instagram. What you fail to realize is, baby, those platforms are not yours. Can I say that again? Those platforms that you're having people to follow you on, they don't belong to you, baby. So I am trying to create something that's a little more sustainable. And here's the other reason that I've always been advocating for an email list, an email list, and an email list. And one of the reasons why is because the platforms that we are building, these 5,000 people, 500 people, whatever, however many followers you have on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and TikTok, those platforms are not yours. What happened at the beginning of the year? They were teeter-tottering on, I think we're going to keep TikTok. I don't know if we're going to keep TikTok. And so because of that, baby, none of these platforms are yours. So you need something that belongs to you. Your email list belongs to you. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through real quick how to actually create your email list if you haven't already. All right, so step one is choose an email marketing platform. When y'all see me looking down, I'm actually looking at my little iPad, okay? So the one thing is choose an email marketing platform, okay? So if you guys have ever heard of MailChimp, I talk about MailChimp all the time. I also talk about ConvertKit. ConvertKit is no longer ConvertKit anymore. So if you're looking for ConvertKit, it's going to come up as Kit, K-I-T. I absolutely love ConvertKit a lot better than MailChimp, only because the templates is like plug and play. Basically, the templates are already there for you. You just plug in a couple of pictures and you keep it moving, okay? They also have amazing blazing landing pages. And a lot of people don't really take advantage of landing pages. The landing pages are something that you are able to use. Let's say, for example, you know that your book is about to come out in 90 days, right? So if you know that your book is about to come out in 90 days, then use a landing page and have it to where that landing page is just continuously it's accepting your the email list for you, right? So that's something that you're able to do on ConvertKit, okay? ConvertKit is literally a game changer, if I can just say that, because it allows you to not only allow people to sign up for your email list. However, it also allows you to go back in and create, who it's for. So for example, I have like multiple lists. One of my lists would be the people that's right here in Colorado, right? And then I have another list for the people that's all over the world, but they're interested in just books and just publishing. So you can get to that. You can get all fancy. It allows you to do that. But if you get business cards, it allows you to put in those emails from those business cards. Okay. The other thing that I used to use an electronic business card. These are free, guys. You can use an electronic business cards, which also allows, if someone says, "Hey, what's your information? How can I keep in contact with you?" And I don't remember the business card now. I'll have to put that in the link below. But it gives you the opportunity for people to scan your information and you scan their information. Once you guys scan each other's information, they accept your information, you accept theirs, then it automatically gives you their email address. Can I just say that the email is the ticket? The email address is the ticket. Like, for real. The email address is the ticket. That's all you're fighting for, right? So, and a lot of you have an issue with that because you get people's emails and you're automatically wanting to spam them, right? But when you're getting people's email address, especially if it's like a little networking meeting. So one of the things that I used to do when I used to get people's email is I would send them a, "Hey, we met last night at, let's say Colorado dancing event or a Colorado networking event. It was nice to meet you. Look forward to connecting with you soon." And leave it there for now. Then add them to the email list. That way, when you are dropping their email, a lot of people are unsubscribing from your email list right away because they're like, "Well, I didn't sign up for this. Who is this?" Right? Because you're not giving them an introduction. You know what I'm saying? You get their emails and you just literally start putting them in the email list and you're spamming them. Okay. Or they purchased something from you. They really wanted what you had to offer as far as your book or whatever products you're selling, candles or whatever. Now they went from buying a book from you. Now they're on your e-blast list. So the first thing they do is they go all the way down to the bottom and they unsubscribe. You want to know why? Because you didn't give them any type of like a balanced email. Okay, so always send out a balancing email, especially if you're meeting people in person, especially if you're meeting them at an event. Okay, if you're meeting them at an event or something like that, send an email first, just saying, "Hey, just as a reminder, my name is Lynette. I'm a writing coach here in Colorado. It was nice meeting you last night at Colorado's networking event." Okay, so do that first before you add them to your e-blast list. Okay. All right, so that's number one. Number two, now that you've set up either MailChimp or you set up ConvertKit, and it's plenty more out there, guys. If you have over 500 contacts, this may not be the email listing system for you. Find what works for you, okay? I don't want you guys to be like, "Well, Lynette said I should do X, Y, and Z." Oh, let me do this little break real quick. Can y'all do me a favor? On November the 10th, okay, I'm going to go live. Inside the Book is something that I'm doing just for self-published authors. If you have a self-published book, you probably want to message me or either leave a comment to let me know about your self-published book, because I am going to be interviewing self-published authors to go inside the book in order to talk about your book. All right. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you message me either on LinkedIn, under Writing Coach on LinkedIn, and also you're able to message me here or just leave a comment below. All right. But November 10th at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, I'm going to be here inside the book. My first person that's going to be involved in this is Pastor Kevin Hartman. We're going to talk about his book, Journey Through Grief. All right, now I'm going back to the regular schedule announcements, okay? So the second part is, once you've created your email system, right? The email marketing platform, then you have to have a lead magnet. What is going to be your lead magnet? What is going to draw people to getting on your list? Okay. Now I've seen people, Y'all know I got to talk about this because this has been irritating me for the longest. All right. So a lot of you will create this email list. And the first thing that you say is, hey, go get my whole book, sign up for my email list and I'm going to give you my whole book for free. Who told you to do that? What kind of strategy is that? Like, who told you to do that? And I see it a lot of times. Some of you will say, hey, I'm giving away my whole book for 99 cents. Who told you to do that? Who? Like, who told you to do that? Y'all, if you guys are going to use your book as a magnet, y'all just use one chapter. Just use an excerpt. Just use, a discount code or something. Don't give away your whole book just to get someone's email, because what'll happen, baby, come a little closer so I can tell you guys this. What's going to happen is people are just going to put in a bogus email address just to potentially try to get your book. That's it. Okay? So don't do that. Be wise. If you are a person that offers services, let people know, hey, I'm going to be giving out free tips. Because guess what? People want your tips. People want your tips. Hey guys, I'm going to be reaching out to you guys doing a check-in every single Monday or every single Tuesday. If people like you, they're going to join your list. Okay? If they want your tips, they're going to join your list. Okay? So you guys don't act like this is spam. It's not spam. Okay? And don't tell people. I always hate to see people say things like, go ahead and sign up for my email list. We promise we won't spam you. That's a lie. What we're doing is we're passing out valuable information. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. For those of you that's new to this broadcast, you may have to, go back and watch the previous part of this, but we're talking about how to create an email list. And of course, this is for authors, because that's who I talk to, authors and business owners. If you will do me a favor and subscribe, comment, leave messages. I love to read the messages after the broadcast is over. But we're talking about how to create your email list. Okay. So the second thing is figure out, use a strategy. And I know a lot of you like to use AI for a lot of things, but that's one thing you can use AI for. AI, what's the strategy I should use in order to get people on my email list? Okay, if you're going to use AI for anything, use it for simple things like that. Okay. The third thing is set up your sign up form. Okay, you're automatically doing that with number one. Okay, once you decide who you're going to use, then you're going to literally already have that in play. Okay. MailChimp already does that. You do have to create your own templates, but ConvertKit does it all for you. Okay. So it's not a whole lot. All right. When it says doing the sign up form with ConvertKit, basically what they do is they go to the link that you've created. Then once they get there, they're going to put in the email list. Once they do that, then they'll get like an email that says, hey, are you sure you want to sign up for this email list? Okay. So it's none of this stuff where other people are signing them up unless it's you, because you do have the ability, once you get someone's email, you are able to do that. I've seen a lot of people just go to other people's websites and put in somebody else's email. That's the quickest way to get your email list shut down. Let me just go and put that, because it's only so many people that's going to say, I never signed up for this. I never signed up for this. Guess what? I never signed up for this. And after so long, they're just going to shut down the whole emailing system. Okay. Do not spam people. It's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay. Don't do that. It's not worth it. All right. So set up your email sign up form. The other thing is number 4, promote your list. Okay, promote your list. A lot of people are not just going to fall into your lap. Okay, the quickest way to build your list, if you are out in public anyway, and you're talking to people anyway, you're going around to people anyway, this is the quickest way to build your list. Hey, let me get your business card. I'd love to be able to connect with you further. Remember to do that balance in email, okay? Don't just throw them onto your list and expect them to know what you're talking about. Keep in mind that you want people to be on your list that's really interested in what you do. This is the reason why when you're promoting it online, hey guys, I'd love to be able to connect with you guys on another level. What I used to do to build my list, every single week, I was promoting it at least once a week and just continuing to promote it. People are nosy, people are curious, so they will join your list. And guess what? When they leave, it's okay when they leave, okay? I saw someone on LinkedIn. I thought this was very clever. He actually put, like, someone had left. He said, hey, I have space for one person. And obviously, he has space for more. But he was like, I have space for one person. I have a person that left my email list, and here's what they said. So he copied what the person had said, and it was like a message about how they was leaving the list because they didn't like what he talked about anymore, and this and that and this and that, right? But that was a clever idea, right? Be clever when you're getting people on your list. Excuse me, but you will have to promote your list. Promote your list. Promote your list. Hey guys, or at the end of your call to action. When I first started on Instagram, that was my call to action. Hey, you want more of these tips? You want more self-publishing tips? You want more book writing tips? Make sure you sign up for this. Make sure you sign up for this, okay? And be grateful for the people that roll with you and rock with you. Be grateful when the people roll out. It doesn't matter, okay? If people unsubscribe, that means they no longer want your information. I don't care how long they've been rocking with you on your email list. When they leave, it's okay. It's okay. You're not losing any money. You're not losing any sleep, okay? You want people that's going to appreciate the information that you're putting out. Okay, so you're not trying to beg people to be there. You're not trying to spam people to be there. You're not lying to people to be there. You really want people that really want your information. And when people leave, that means they no longer want your information. It's okay. You'll live, okay? And the crazy part about people who subscribe and people that leave, when people leave, like, other people join right away, okay? So don't get so bent up over, oh my God, I had 10 people and now there, 3 people left. So what? Okay. That means you need to go look for 3 other people to join your list. But if you keep promoting it and you are crafty about how you promote it, again, if you're using AI for anything, that is what you should be using AI for. Asking AI, can you create me a crafty message in order to market to people about my email list? And guess what? It'll do that for you. Okay. The other thing is when you are getting, when you have your email list, okay, I don't care if you have one person on your list. I don't care if you have 2 people on your list, 3, I don't care. Send them an e-blast. I don't care how many people's on your list. You can have 5 people. Send them an e-blast and be consistent about sending an e-blast, okay? Send consistent value. A lot of times, what we attempt to do and I've been guilty of this too, thank God for my mentor, right? But the first thing that I used to do is I will always send out things that was selling things that are selling things. People don't want to wake up to your e-blast all the time that's selling something. Okay? They want value because they like something that you said that drawed them in. Now that you got them there, now you need to send out something of value. Tell the next person, if you are an author already, tell people about the hardships that you've had as a self-published author. Like, what problems did you run into? Don't let this be you. If you're taking classes, tell people what it's like for you to be an entrepreneur, and now you're trying to sell books, or now you're trying to sell another product, or what is it like? You guys forget to tell the whole story of your life. You guys have a book and you're like, okay, I now have to just, hound these people with the book. It's not going to work, y'all. People are going to purchase what they want to purchase from you. They're going to join whatever classes you have. They're going to buy whatever services you have. They're going to buy whatever products you have. But the ultimate thing is, keep in mind that when people join your list, when people buy products from you, they're buying products because they're wanting to invest in you. Okay, so keep telling them stories about you in order for them to want to be there on your list. Okay, um, what else? If you're a person that like to take trips, people on your e-blast list, they love to hear about your trips. They love to hear about one of the things, and I will say this, I have always been a letter writer. I've always loved writing letters, okay? To the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've always loved writing letters. And the only thing about the e-blast system, it's basically just writing a letter. Some letters that I sent out, and also I'll put my e-blast list here, and you can also join me over on LinkedIn, where my e-blast list is as well. You can also join up on my website, writingcoachlk.com. I always forget to put that information out about myself, but the one thing that I will say is, your e-blast list, guys, don't overthink it. When you're writing your e-blast, for those of you, if you have, I would say 50 and under, you probably would want to do probably like every week. You would send it out every week. 50 people is enough for you to send out your e-blast every week or every 2 weeks, okay? If you have, let's say, 15 and under, you probably would still get away with every week or every other week. I would say if I had 15 people, which I have, hello, when I have had 15 people, I was still sending them messages every single week. And the reason why is because what you want, when people like something, what they do is they forward it to their friends. I've gotten a lot of forwarded e-blasts, and it makes me want to join if I like the information. People have also sent out my e-blasts, right? So I don't care how many people you have. If you have 10 and under, you still need to be sending that e-blast out once a week. 50 and under, once a week, okay? And if you have 200 and more, you might want to bump it up to twice a week. But here's another thing. One of the things that you guys are able to do, e-blast, sending out an e-blast is not just about having a bunch of people on your e-blast. You also have to consider the fact of who's opening your e-blast. Okay, that's the analytics behind it, like who's actually opening your e-blast. So say for instance, you have, I'm going to start with a low number. And a lot of people have asked this question. You guys don't even understand how many times I've gotten this question. Well, what if I don't have an e-blast list? Get to it. Start making your list right now. Like, start right now. Start asking people to join right now. Because guess what? We always assume that everybody during the holidays has something to do and they're super, super busy. But it's always that one person. And I always send out the best e-blasts during Christmas and holidays because I get it. I understand that it may be somebody that's just sitting by their fireplace looking for something to read and looking for something to do. I always will make sure that I send out an e-blast for those people, right? People love to read e-blasts during the holidays, okay? It's the people that is not going to Black Friday. You know, they're not trying to go Christmas shopping. They, if anything, they're trying to take things back that they didn't want. They didn't want it from the start. So those are the people that may be trying to trade stuff that they got because they just didn't like it, right? But keep in mind that the people that you're emailing, they're not always like you. there is the unicorns that's out there. So don't always assume that no one's going to read your letter and things of that nature. So if you have a book, you're trying to grow your audience in two places. You're trying to grow it online, and you're also trying to grow them away from the noise. The only thing that you're doing with an e-blast list is you're trying to get the people away from the noise. I am not impressed by people that have over 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers. None of that impressed me, okay? Because at the drop of a dime, if Mark Zuckerberg says, hey, we're cutting down Facebook and Instagram, what are you going to do with all those followers? They don't know your information and you don't know theirs, okay? Same thing with TikTok. If TikTok goes through this whole government thing, then you have lost all of those followers that you've built up. The best surety that you can have is making sure that you get these people off these platforms. So all you're doing is pulling them away from the noise. You got 10,000 followers on Facebook, baby, pull them away from the noise. Every day you need to be telling them, hey, make sure you join my email list. I got something to tell you guys. You need to be saying that every single day. People will join you. Okay. And then when you're going to places like church and when you're going to networking events, chamber events, a lot of you guys are very, very popular, okay? Y'all try to pull the wool over my eyes, but you're very popular. You're going to all these networking events because I see your pictures, okay? And you're not grabbing any connections. You're just like, okay, follow me over there because you're lazy, okay? You're lazy. You're like, follow me over there on Instagram. Instead of getting a business card, you getting their information. That way you're able to input that information into your emailing list. That way they can hear from you long after that event is over, okay? If any of you need templates of things to say, and again, you guys can get this off of AI, but if you need like a template that I've actually used that have actually made people respond, I can definitely give you those titles, because also you need a hook. After you start creating these e-blasts and you don't know what to say and nobody's responding and you really not, your opening rate started out very, very high, and then all of a sudden it goes really, really low. And a lot of you may not look at that, okay? But you need to, because you need to know what's really piquing your audience interest. And if they're not opening it, that means they didn't hear you, baby. So you have to make sure that you're not only creating your list, but you're also, after you get those people on the list, you got to know what to say to them. And you only have that one line at the top in order to say what you need to say in order to pique their interest. So one of the things that I've said things like, party like it's my birthday. And then people open it because they're like, oh, did I miss her birthday? Right? But again, these are people that have to know, like, and trust you to even care about your birthday. I wrote one recently that said, you'll never guess what happened to me. Okay. Almost 100 opening rate, because people want to know what happened to you, right? So always making sure that you're not only just creating your email list, but you want to make sure that the right people is on your list. The people that's going to care about the information that you're getting out. Here's the thing. If you're posting boring things online, you're not going to get them to your email list, because they're like, okay, if she's boring here, she's going to be boring in that email list. It's no way I'm joining that list. Okay. So you got to be exciting out there on Facebook land, on Instagram land, in order to draw people into your list, okay? So put some pep in your step, baby. Put a smile on your face as you're making these videos. Put some of your personality. A lot of you are using AI for your captions online, and that's not going to cut it, baby. You got to put some of your heart and your soul into your captions in order to draw people in to these email lists. Because if you can't get them there, they're not commenting there, they won't like, they're not commenting, they're not sharing there, it's not a way that you're going to get them to your email list, okay? But for those of you that's just starting an email list, don't wait once a week like I was doing, baby. You need to be making that your call to action to be Hey, join my email list for more. Join my email list for more. Join my email list for more. Now, can I also say this? Guys, Instagram has been around too long for you guys to not know that you cannot use links in the caption. You should know that already. Okay? So you tell people, hey, go to the link in my bio. If you do not have a website, you definitely need to make sure that you have some sort of link. Okay? Like some kind of link to make sure that people can contact you. Don't make it to where it's just a Facebook and that's it. Instagram and that's it. These are not our platforms, baby. They're not. All right? So if you made it to here, to the end of this conversation, congratulations. I'm so grateful for you. Again, my name is Lynette Kincaid, the author and also a writing coach. I am no longer on Facebook. I am no longer on Instagram. If you want to talk to me, it's only going to be here and on LinkedIn, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. And make sure you like, comment, and share this video. Share it with your friends. Share far and wide. Share far and wide. In addition to this, if you haven't signed up for this page yet, make sure you subscribe to this page. I need some more subscribers, all right? I love you guys, and I will see you next Monday. Not Tuesday, but Monday. Love you guys. Bye-bye.